For WhatsUp Gold 24.0, we have implemented support for monitoring devices via Kerberos authentication, as Microsoft have announced that NTLM will be deprecated in the future. Users will be able to enable or disable options for NTLM or Kerberos authentication from Settings, System Settings, and General Settings. It is important to remember at this point that NTLM and Kerberos only affect Windows or WMI authentication. Linux or SNMP based devices are not impacted. If only NTLM is enabled as seen here, the system will continue to work as it does today for WMI-based authentication. If both NTLM and Kerberos are enabled as seen here, then WhatsUp Gold will attempt to authenticate with Kerberos first, and if that fails, it will fall back to NTLM. It is important to remember that in order to monitor a device via Kerberos authentication, the device in question must have a hostname. The hostname should be the computer name.domain name, the domain name being the same domain where Kerberos is configured. In most cases, this will be the fully qualified domain name or FQDN. So in the example shown here, the hostname configured on the device should be qa2016ad.kempqaesp.net. If the user attempts to disable NTLM authentication in favor of having only Kerberos enabled, a warning message will be displayed to the user that if their devices are not configured correctly, monitoring may not continue to function as expected. For the release of 24.0, we will add a new system task to the System Tasks library that will attempt to automatically set the proper hostname for Windows-based devices. This will depend on whether or not we already have the information collected from the device. In future versions of WhatsUp Gold, the Discovery service will be modified to ensure that the correct hostname is applied if available during the time of discovery. We also recommend that reverse DNS is enabled to give the system the best chance at resolving the correct hostname for Kerberos authentication to be successful. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this training.